Pichu, get away, Mahogany Dog. Welcome to another edition of the Blue Green Ocean Road. Your host, David R. Stenberg. With him, as always, Captain Morgan underneath the poop deck today. Uh, Too much of a wimp to bear the cold snow of this January 2026. How was your news? How was your New Year's, my friend?
Cold. It was very cold.
Ah,
I went, last night was brutal. I went, it was like 14 when I left work. Then I went shopping.
now, do you have to make the rounds outside? Do you have to walk,
Not there.
make
I don't have to go
okay?
outside, but I do. But
Get
I
a
didn't stay
nice
out long.
perspective. What?
I didn't stay out long. I brought my binoculars because it was a clear night, but it was a quick look and then back inside.
Now, when you looked at the moon, was the full moon last night
I think it's tonight, but
or the night?
it was pretty
Okay,
good.
so I guess we're supposed to be able to see the Pleiades next to the moon tonight on the full moon. It's supposed to be adjacent to the full moon in the sky.
Oh, yeah?
I could be wrong, but this is what I've heard in
Well,
passing. Now,
last night, Orion wasn't anywhere, was really below it. It was in, actually, the moon and Jupiter were in Gemini, which is way over from Pleiades.
yes, this is from the east, and the moon was, yeah, saw that. So,
It,
Dave, it's getting sadder and sadder. Uh, my dog's hip dysplasia is getting worse and worse. Having trouble. She's having trouble controlling her bowels and just doing basic things like getting up on the couch to sleep.
yep,
And it's
that
just
happened to
very
Benda.
sad.
That's how Benda was.
Yeah,
She was sitting in her own whiz. Couldn't get her back hind legs to get up. It took her forever to stand.
it's very sad.
Yeah.
But, so anyway, how was your New Year's? Did you work it or did you
No, I had it off.
celebrate?
Yeah, we hung out here. Me and the wife did it. Um, we celebrated the Italian one because it was at 6 at night.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, we did that New Year's, and then we went to bed.
You, you got to get into that groove, I guess, right?
No, I
The
wasn't going to stay
Italian
up till
way.
midnight.
No, I hear you. I have no desire to go out on New Year's Eve. I haven't for years, and but I noticed the wife was starting to think. She started giving me examples of some of her friends going out and enjoying themselves on New Year's Eve, and I felt like a pang of guilt for like about 5 minutes. And maybe I should find somewhere to take the wife for New Year's Eve. Give her an excuse to socialize, dress up, that kind of thing. You
Yeah,
know.
pull a big lose it show so she never asks you to do it again.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Then like
just start slamming the first bottle you run into.
I know.
Take
Start
me
flirting
along.
with her friends,
We got
whatnot.
one. We could have
Uh,
one last example of why we should be doing this.
right. Well, it's I don't know. I am getting old. I guess I see no point in that kind of thing anymore. It's too easy to sit home and enjoy the comforts of home. I had a nice fire going in the wood stove, and it was a cold night, and I was thinking, oh,
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not going out
What's wrong
tonight.
with this? This is
Oh,
perfect.
make some good food,
Actually, it's the
sit back
dumbest
and
time to
enjoy.
drive on the road.
Uh,
That night, I avoid the road like the plague. Even when I'm working, my radar is up when I leave. If I got to drive around at night on
yeah.
New Year's,
As well, it should be. It's a perfect opportunity for they put a lot of towns put in a snatch and grab program with drivers
no, I
New
mean I
Year's
don't want
Eve.
a driver slamming into me.
Yeah, but also you got to kind of run the gauntlet. People
Oh
are
yeah,
hyper aware, and even if you're only marginally affected by alcohol or whatever, that'd be an awful thing to get pulled over and nabbed for.
no, I generally don't slam one before I leave work. I'm good. I'm sober.
Neither do I. I've been taking doxycycline for a month now. I think I drank once on Christmas Eve. I
You
drank a
shouldn't do
beer,
that.
and then
What do you?
yesterday I drank a beer. 'Cause I'm almost on the end of the cycle, so I drank a beer last night and
Why
couldn't,
though? I mean,
couldn't
really?
resist. Because it's beer, Dave. It's
Yeah,
beer.
but
That's
it's
why.
but it's Lyme disease, George.
I know.
You
You're
know,
right.
enjoy.
Obviously, but
No, this doesn't. This does not compute.
well, yeah.
You don't
It's
want that
just
shit. Mike had it really bad.
no.
His fucking
Yes, he
brain
did.
swelled up.
I know. Well, there were mornings I felt like that happening because I'd wake up every morning with a headache, and it did feel like there was some kind of brain swelling.
That sucks.
Right, Mike? We're
Mikey!
just talking about
Mikey's always got his shutter off.
Oh, jeez.
brain swell. We're
There
talking
you-
about the brain swelling of Lyme disease
Oh,
and the
God.
headache.
And the
And,
modern miracle of antibiotics.
George is taking beer
Yeah.
with his antibiotics.
Yeah, I was a bad boy last night. I had a beer.
Ooh.
I'm almost at the end of my cycle, and I had
Almost
to have a beer, I
cured.
guess.
Feeling
Almost
better?
cured.
Feeling better?
A little bit. Like every morning I'd wake up with a headache, and we were talking about like how the brain feels like it's swelling and what.
Ugh.
But that hasn't been in the last week or two, so it's probably having some effect. And so I have to get up. They haven't posted what the actual blood test said and how badly it had infiltrated. So I might have to go on another cycle of antibiotic, a different one, depending upon the outcome of the blood test.
That's
Yeah.
the trick of that stuff, is getting it right away.
Yeah, well, I was lazy, so it
Yeah.
couldn't happen to me. Thousands of tick bites, no Lyme disease, and that one, I'm looking down at it and it says, "Wow, this is the only tick bite I've ever had that had like a
The
red rash
that
from."
bullseye?
Yes,
Ugh.
I was a bad boy.
Yeah, the
Dave.
bullseye.
I was a neglectful boy. It seems like the older you get, the more health you neglect.
No,
you
it's
need to
just
be
a
more
big list of
vigilant.
shit. George, if you ran to the doctor
Yeah.
every time you discovered something, you'd be there all day.
Yeah.
Dude, I get so many things that like my doctor just gives up on me.
Hey, you ever Google it?
Oh yeah.
Not
man.
good. Oh, I
Don't
got
do
it.
that.
I definitely. Oh, look at this other stuff I got. I got a whole list of shit I got now.
No, I spent 20 years thinking I had AIDS, so don't do that.
Really?
We all had
Oh,
that.
that's
No, come on.
kidding,
We all had
obviously.
that. We had to go get tested. We didn't know.
Sure.
List of sins in your head when you went in there.
Man, we grew up in a rough time, you know. We really did in some ways, you know.
Well, we grew up in a time when everything was, everything was curable as far as STDs. And yet,
Until-
and then herpes came along, and then all of a sudden everybody started going, whoa. And then just a few years later was AIDS, and oh, fuck,
Damn
it's no more
It was over.
unprotected, promiscuous sex.
Yeah, I know. It was over. It ended
It was
like,
all over.
in
Yeah.
a day. That sucked.
I tell you
Yeah.
what was,
I'm reliving
was
it right
worse?
now.
I don't know if it was worse, but pre-internet, if you had something, it was just books, right?
Yeah.
And you do the same thing, but with books with a lot less information.
I
Right.
cured. I had parasites in my gut, and I ran across an encyclopedia. It was the D one. It was in the back of a patrol car that I had one night, and so I read it, and the doctors had failed. So anyway, the book said to starve the parasites by just drinking water one day, the first day, and then the next day just eat roughage. And there was a list of roughage.
remember
The only
that.
thing I can remember was lettuce because it wasn't my
Yeah,
book. I just read it.
You
So
bought like a case of iceberg lettuce. I remember
that's what I did. The
Yeah.
second day I just had a lettuce because that's the only thing I can remember is roughage on the list from the encyclopedia. It's what I retained,
Yeah.
All I knew is I had to starve the little fuckers. I didn't even know. Says what you're doing when you eat is you're feeding them and they're fucking with you. So you starve them. So yeah, kill those bastards. Yeah. I get it once in a while now. I can tell. Like it's kind of unavoidable. Like if you run into a dead mouse or something like that,
Yes,
So,
the
yeah.
biome, the gut biome is a very delicate thing, and we got to be more conscious about how to maintain it and take care of it because that's like the key to our health, I think, is our
Oh, it is.
butt biome. I mean, the gut biome.
But
But this is the same
Oh yeah,
thing.
butt bile. I like that. Oh, we got a title already. Hold on.
The butt
Butt
biome.
bile.
my health, man.
Fucking
I know
A,
what's
man.
the key to my health. My
It's
butt
the line, man.
That butt biome, you got to keep it healthy, man. You got to change it often.
Wipe it now and then,
You wouldn't even see it coming.
That butt biome.
uh,
I was explaining. I remember back in the 80s and 90s, or probably it was the 80s when I was really learning about health and stuff like that. I was explaining to somebody. I had talk about a goof up. I was explaining to somebody about how taking like probiotics and stuff works in your gut, and instead of I said there's thousands and thousands of these little orgasms in these pills instead
Yeah.
of organisms.
I'll take a dozen. Hello,
And they-
on them
they just-
motherfuckers.
They just started laughing, They just started laughing, and I had zero credibility after that.
I've lost all credibility years ago. You guys know that.
Oh yeah.
I'm just around for your amusement now, which I gladly accept. I accept that.
Way to go,
Glad-
Jim. You got your man cave where you go deep into that deep state.
Yeah.
Can't
Deep
go
state,
outside
man.
today.
The deep state
No
man
sense.
cave.
No sense living in denial, man. Got to pull that head out of the sand once in a while. Take a look around.
No, don't do it. You'll scare yourself. Fuck that.
Oh, right.
No, yeah. You must raise the periscope. That's what I'll do. I'll just look up. Go fuck that.
Yeah.
Dive.
A Navy man,
dive.
a Navy man through and through, man.
Like that movie, Don't Look Up. You ever see that movie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's like Leo DiCaprio picked some weird projects, didn't he? Like this, like the other one, like some of them are a little bit hard to follow. Like the one about the dream sequences and stuff, but I had to watch a couple of times to try to catch all the what's going on there. And now this one, it's about like an alternate reality of revolution against a fascist state and whatnot. It's a little strange. I was going to start watching it the other night.
I had to watch what was that gangster movie with Jack Nicholson and DiCaprio? Remember that gangster movie? DiCaprio,
The
Marky
Departed?
Mark. Yeah. I had to watch that twice because there was so many shifts and like who's the
That was a
good
great
guy
movie.
here?
That was really good.
Yeah. It's just like who's more of a bad guy is what it was.
I watched
Yeah.
a bunch of those scenes over and over again.
It's true,
I
man.
liked when Marky Mark was fucking recruiting DiCaprio.
Mm.
That
Mhm.
that was a great scene. That was great. Actually,
was
at the beginning.
Great movie. Yeah, great movie.
Was
Plus, it was local.
Scorsese.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jack Nicholson's
good.
got somebody's hand in a fucking plastic bag, and he's just checking it out while he's talking to him. And DiCaprio's just got to keep fuck me. That was a real guy.
Yeah. And Jack Nicholson, man, he's just like so on the edge. Perfect character, perfect actor for that character.
Oh yeah.
I think he's retired now. I don't think he does movies anymore.
No.
What a loss. What a great actor.
I mean, he's
Always-
got to be in his 80s, right?
Yeah. So
Time to slow her
Maybe,
down.
what?
Time to slow her down
Yeah.
in the 80s and in
Some
your 80s.
laurels.
Yeah,
'60s.
first time I saw him was in Easy Rider. He was that
Mhm.
guy. Never smoked weed
There
before.
was
Who's the other guy? What was
there
his
was
name?
some
He was a lawyer. He played a
Peter,
lawyer.
Peter Fonda and Dennis Hopper.
Yeah, yeah.
Dennis Hopper. Yeah, Dennis Hopper. Yeah.
Uh, there was some examples of Jack Nicholson. He would play bit parts in westerns and stuff like this, like The Rifleman and Have Gun Will Travel and stuff like that. Rawhide. I think a few of those.
You ever see The Last Detail?
Oh yeah,
That's great. That's great. Guy's getting taken to the brig,
put
George.
that on your list, Mike. It was
Last
made in the
Detail?
'70s. It's like one of those '70s cinema kind of things, man. It's great. I don't know how realistic was that, Dave? You were
Oh yeah,
in the Navy,
yeah. No, it was really spot on. Like when they were in the fucking hotel room, right, and they're all just in their underwear, right? Because that's what you do on a ship too. You just like doesn't fucking matter. Like the sailors would do that, you know, just fucking just take a shower. Who don't give a fuck, right? They don't give a shit. Yeah, that was good. And they were taking him to the brig. They got taken to the brig.
who was that? Randy Quaid.
Yep.
A young
Yeah,
Randy Quaid.
he was going for a long time. That sucked.
Yes.
I forgot what he did. He did something though. I
Yeah.
think he killed somebody.
Yeah. Something not that. I don't. I think it was not that. Didn't seem that serious. I don't think it was a death, but some stupid charge. Like
He had
knows?
he was going to do a lot of time.
Yeah.
That I remember.
And they were going to take him to Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
They were taking him to the naval brig in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
There's
Oh,
another
really?
scene that I could relate to. When they went to a park, they had nothing to do in New York. They had no fucking money. So they went into a park, and,
Yeah.
and Jack Nicholson's trying to fucking break sticks. They're going to light a fire in the barbecue in the park. Yeah. That's it. We got to get warm. Like, we ain't got no money. We're in this fucking city. It costs way too much for us, right? Yeah. The thing is, we didn't have to wear uniforms all the time. Like, back then they did. So he's doing it in his fucking sailor's, uniform. Well, he was shore patrol, so. Anyway. That was realistic, too. Things are coming back to me. Yeah, yeah. Maybe don't pay you.
Good stuff, but well, definitely good. I watched The Night Of. It's a HBO series. The last week I watched. I kind of binge watched it a couple episodes a night. But John Turturro plays like a lawyer who combs the jailhouses for misdemeanors and other for clients. He'll for just like a couple $100, he'll help you plea a deal and help you sort out your dealings with the cops and stuff. So what are you guys looking at? Did the screens
I'll
freeze,
look it up,
or are you guys looking?
I was looking up who the other actor was in Easy Rider.
Peter Fonda, Dennis.
No, he played a smaller role when he when they stopped when that guy invited him over to the house, and he had his kids and his wife. They're sitting around the table eating. Remember that scene? I think he was a preacher. I think he was the preacher there.
I'm having a hard time remembering that part.
Yeah. They had met this. They had met this preacher, and the preacher invited him back to the house. And the scene I remember when they were sitting around a table. His real name was Warren Flaherty or something like that. Anyway, I was good friends with this person who lived with him. Anyway, it's a weird little story. It's just sprung to my mind. I'm looking up his name, Warren.
6 Degrees of Separation.
Yeah.
I know what his crime was.
What?
It was.
He was court-martialed and sentenced to 8 years in the brig for a relatively minor crime. That's what the AI says. So yeah, but 8 years. Fuck.
But if you guys are John Turturro fan. See The Night of, if you get a chance.
Oh yeah.
He defends this Muslim kid who gets accused of stabbing this girl he had just met.
Mm.
It's definitely worth a watch, I think. It's a good little window into the justice system and whatnot.
What's it on?
It's on the HBO.
Oh, I'll get HBO. But maybe Netflix will get it sometime.
But it's like 10 years old, so
it might be.
It may be in other. Yeah.
I'll just watch it. So I watch it with ads now. I'll just fucking watch it. It's like having a TV again. I got Pluto, right? Pluto has an all Star Trek channel. It's just the original series. There's another channel that's Next Generation. They just go. There was Hogan's Heroes. Hogan's Heroes, man.
His name was Warren Finnerty. Warren Finnerty.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, he played the rancher in the iconic 1969 counterculture film Easy Rider, a small but memorable role where he interacts with the main characters, Fonda Hopper. He's known for telling them to turn off their loud motorcycle because it was making his horse skittish. Anyway, I knew someone who was his, like, I don't think they were married, but I think they lived together for a long time, and in New York City.
Yeah. Anything else he's been in? I'm having a hard time picturing who that was.
I don't remember. I saw that movie a bunch of times. Yeah, probably. Yeah, they ran into a lot of people, but I don't remember him particularly.
Warren Finnerty movies. He was in. Kid Blue. Last movie. Oh, The Panic at Needle Park. That was a classic, kind of one of those what do they call them? Kind of movies out of the 70s, 60s, 70s, where they had a strong following for a while. Easy Rider, Cool Hand Luke. He was in Cool Hand Luke.
Oh yeah.
He played
George Kennedy.
I do remember this guy. He was in. He played Jack Nicholson's buddy in 5 Easy Pieces. Is he listed on 5 Easy Pieces?
He's listed in The Brig. Remember The Brig?
Oh my.
The Pawnbroker.
Jeez. Nope.
The Connection. Murder Inc. Doesn't list that one. He's never made it he's never like a household name, but he was in all these classic,
Those movies were released in theaters, and after they were done running, that was it. Bye, right? And if they were like edgy and shit, they'd never be on TV. They're probably, that's probably why I don't know move a lot. I know my parents wouldn't let me see that shit. We eventually got to Clint Eastwood movies. Me and Mike we finally going to get to see this one. Finally, we're going to see a Clint Eastwood movie, and it was that one where he has PTSD, and it was a weird one. It wasn't like Dirty Harry. It was like fucking. We came out of there calling him Clint Eastwood. Of all the movies he's done, that one really sucks. I can't remember the name of it. I don't even care to remember it. But I remember finally got to the theater. Finally got to see this. Clint Eastwood movie, and it was wasn't what we wanted. It was like instead of a badass, he kept having fucking flashbacks about Vietnam and shit.
Yep.
Reality, like real life shit. Like, no, I don't want real life shit. If I want real life, I'll go outside.
Yeah. The Brig was a brutality in Marine Corps brig at a base in 1957 Japan. Promotes the degeneration of its prisoners. Pretty intense.
I like High Plains Drifter.
Yeah, it was
I wish that had been one. I wish that had been my first one in the theater. That's a fucking trip. That's a great movie, man.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
He was a ghost.
Panic at Needle Park. That was Al Pacino. Yeah, it was Al Pacino, and it was like a gritty. It was a real park in New York City where like drugs happened.
Yeah, they just
And
filmed it there. It's a
yeah,
real
pretty
Needle
much.
Park. Needle Park,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a real place.
Al Pacino, old Al Pacino.
It's Dog Day Afternoon.
Mm.
Back when you could do commando filming in New York City, they put a stop to that now. But back in the '70s, you could film just about anywhere.
Yeah, it's fine.
Minimal amount of.
And everybody there was in them. Yeah, the New Yorkers were like, all right, a movie.
Yeah, they were the background, the cast members.
Yeah.
Indirect cast members.
Yep.
They didn't ask permission after they went
yeah.
by filming you. You were just in the movie now. Right now, I think like YouTubers, they gotta go get your permission, or they gotta blur you out, like when they do street shit.
Yeah. You gotta
This
and move.
this movie called The Last Movie. It starred Dennis Hopper, Peter Fonda, Chris Christopherson, and listen to this quick synopsis here. A stuntman quits the movie business and moves in with a local prostitute when one of his colleagues is killed on the Peruvian set of Billy the Kid.
Jeez,
Oh,
stuntman, man.
who's the stunt?
That's
Who's
cool.
the
A movie
stuntman?
about stuntmen.
Chris Christopherson.
I'm not sure who the stuntman is. I haven't seen it.
The stuntman you
Honestly,
never
either.
saw.
The Last Movie
Doesn't sound familiar.
was pretty gritty, man.
I bet you there used to be that TV show about a stuntman. What, right? The Fall Guy. I bet you that was a spin-off of it. I bet the movie did good enough, and that's why we ended up with a TV show.
Yeah.
I like that last Tarantino. You know, that
Yeah,
stuntman.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
That was about stuntman. Yeah, that was like really.
Yeah, Brad Pitt
I like
played
that.
the stuntman. That was a great ending. Holy fuck.
He's
Jesus
gonna make-
Christ.
He's going to make one more movie, right?
Oh, I imagine he would. He's young enough, you know.
He said
No,
he
he
wanted to
said
do
he-
a Star Trek.
He said he's going to do 9 movies or something like that, and he's got
Yeah.
one more. Yeah, I mean, he made that statement
All
a long time ago. I'm going to do 9 movies. Yeah, I think it was 9, and I think he's up to 8. So I think he's got one more. Who knows if he'll stay
Yeah,
true to-
no. He said once that he'd like to make a Star Trek. And I went, yeah. A Tarantino Star Trek? Fuck.
Yeah, that'd be wild. Huh? That'd be pretty wild,
Yeah. Be pretty vulgar.
right?
Yeah,
Can't
Hey, why
imagine.
not? Why not?
Yeah.
They'll spin off a whole new Star Trek universe. That Quentin Tarantino Star Trek universe. Endlessly fascinating for all the ones that are tired of the drawn out nonsense. You know, it's like
Well,
it gets
somebody's
so
watching them, you know?
unwatchable.
if somebody's watching them, good.
Not me.
It's just their version of it, you know?
I started out as a huge fan. I can't watch some of the stuff. It's just
Nah, it ain't for you,
unwatchable.
though. Like the
Yeah,
world's
it's not obviously. I want something made for me, Jay.
Yeah, well, the world's moved on, George. You know, we
Yes,
got
and
we
we're
got
just
no.
old.
What's the
Old and
top
in the
song
way.
this week? You know, shit like that. We are out.
Shut.
We're fucking out. We're not even in
I'm
the
not,
society anymore.
I'm not in the buying demographic for the
You
movie
can tell you're
market
in
anymore.
if Star Trek makes sense to you. That's how
Yeah,
you
we're
can
not
keep up.
relevant.
You know.
We lost our relevancy.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's all right. I just watch the old one. I get that. I understand.
all we have now is the internet and
I watched one last night.
conspiracy
Remember,
theories.
let this be a last battlefield, where the guy was like the guys had like half white and they were half black. You remember that? The fucking
Yes,
dialogue
yes,
is
I do.
fucking intense. It's like it could
Yeah.
it's perfect for leaving right now. It was blowing me away because it's been a long time since I've seen that one.
I know it's wonderful. It's famous for that.
Isn't
Gene
it
Roddenberry,
obvious?
I saw like a
I'm black on the right side and he's white on the right side.
right. Very relevant for the time.
No, the
Especially-
dialogue though. Oof.
Yeah.
Wow, they put that on TV. They just weren't talking about
Well,
Earth. but they were.
It was a safe space. It was a safe space to talk about those things, because
Amazing, though.
they created this universe where you could safely, confront these issues and whatnot, which is great.
Yeah.
It's like
was
MASH
useful.
did
It
with
was
the
helpful.
Vietnam War,
It
No,
helped.
it's not the Vietnam War. This is the Korean War. We can still talk about all these issues that people had a problem with the Vietnam War. Discuss.
It helped a great
Very
deal.
nicely done. Yes.
In the
Many
future,
seasons.
black women would have a job.
And then, did you hear that interview with her, which she talked about? She was thinking of quitting because of the production schedule.
King
and
talked her out of it.
and Martin Luther King talked her out of it, supposedly. The story goes.
That's what she said.
Says, no, yeah, and because you're a strong, powerful, educated black woman amongst your white space peers, and
Right.
stuff like that, more or
You-
less.
You
And
have to put up with
you
that
should make
Shatner
and
guy.
people need to see that, It's like, so she stayed, and the rest is history. A
I
good
think they
role
fu-
model. They needed. Sorry, what?
They even put a Russian on the bridge. Ooh,
Yes.
they were
Yep.
pushing it. Spock was going to be red. They
Yeah.
drew the line at that. So, no, you ain't going to be fucking red.
I mean, the ears were bad enough, but they have like a nice pointy tail too.
Yeah, I think
that come up
maybe that was in there. I don't remember everything. But
No,
I know
I
it's
don't
going to
know.
be red.
I don't know, but I know they had a problem with just the ears. They thought he was a little too demonic with
Yeah.
the ears.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear the red, but I suppose that was part of it too.
Oh, you know what, George? Maybe they said red so to make them forget about the ears.
Yes. Deflect.
All right, you can have the ears, but no red. All right.
Give him the old South Park move.
Yeah. Bigger, longer, and uncut. They changed it to that.
Right.
It's a dick reference. I forgot what they had it. The original one, they said you can't have this. How about bigger, longer, and uncut? It says, okay, that's
Right.
fine. They always
As
make
long
it
as
worse.
wasn't what I originally protested against, then that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. So it's sad. We're getting old. The demographic's not for us anymore. Marginalized consumer group, and so a lot of stuff's not going to. The only thing that's marketed toward us are just like medications and of all kinds.
Well,
and
if you're
healthcare
our age, you
plans
could
and
watch the
stuff
Blue
that-
Green Ocean Road. In
that's
our new year,
in a new year.
the very first show of 26.
That's right.
We what's it, like 155 episodes?
Yeah, there's a lot of
I
them.
think I
I
saw.
don't know. I
saw
don't know.
that,
300? Maybe I don't. No, I don't know. Yeah.
I think I saw that it was they had us listed at 155. Last I looked.
Yeah,
it
it's
could
something
be
like
wrong.
that.
That's right about 3 years. Yeah.
That's right. At least once a week, perhaps, and mostly once a week.
Yeah, I've been there every week. 149.
Every single week, even when he went to Italy.
Yeah, I ain't missed one yet.
Right. It wouldn't be a show without you, Dave. There'd be
No,
no show.
no show.
That'd be nothing. He
Look at
texts.
all the technical abilities. Blech.
Right. So if they monetized us, like they would have to give you an extra share for being the producer.
Oh yeah,
This
monetized.
would be
You know how you get monetized? You just have to get so many subscribers. You reach a certain number, you start
Oh.
making money. That's how it works. So we got
so
a long way to go.
sort of fastly approaching what 3 subscribers or something.
Oh, I was just there, huh?
You could take those bands that get famous just for being around forever.
Yeah.
Like they reached their ceiling a long time ago, but they've been around. They're still around. Like I'm thinking of like the Beaver Brown band, bands like that, right? They just they'll never be nationally known, but they'll regionally know because they've been around forever.
They-
really.
They played the Park Cinema the other night.
Did they?
Cranston.
That's
Yeah, they
unbelievable.
packed house. Yeah, they did really well. Because it was mostly nostalgia. I don't
Yeah.
think they could have packed anywhere outside of
No,
Rhode Island.
no.
But yeah, any
There's
other
a
bands like that for
there's a
being
few of
famous
those
for
like
being famous for staying
what's that
together?
band? That band that did the Dead tribute for so many years, like even back in the '70s, they were doing it. It's '80s. They're around here. What's it?
Been so
I
many.
mean, it's not really a tribute. It's sort of like a dead spin-off band kind of thing.
Uh, like
You know them. You know
the
them.
hippie jam vibe kind of thing.
They've been around since like we were kids.
The Wheel. I think that
No,
was
no,
one.
no, no. This was a real like
Uh,
a dead spin-off kind of thing.
right.
I mean, I think they did a lot of dead tunes, but let me look it up. I don't know if I can find it. I don't know if it'll be in there. I don't know if they're famous enough. But
But are you talking about they're like national acts like that that are just famous for being around at the time?
yeah, but I think
They
they
get
were more
together to
regional.
do
They were more
well, of
regional.
course,
Yeah.
those. But are there others that are like that you can think of that are
I've heard stories of
famous?
actors becoming actors because they just wouldn't go away. You know, just somebody be into, you know, just be around all the fucking time. Like 15 years later, they finally get like, you know, bit pieces and shit. They sort of just wouldn't give up, you know. I've heard of that. Just stay power, you know. I guess after you get like, say you were going to auditions for 10 years, right? That's a, you would just probably go, well, I can't quit now. I mean, I've done it. You know what I mean? You get to a certain like, the next one could be it. You know, I'm getting better at this. I think. You know, well, you just get good at. That's one thing when you're looking for a job, right? You get really good at looking for a job, then you get a job, and then you get really awful at looking for a job again because you forgot how to. What you were fucking you were good at it when you finally you peaked. I have peak efficiency in getting a job. You know. What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. I think it's we're talking about nostalgia and how stuff those things would be completely irrelevant to younger people. Like what the Beaver Brown Band or even Dead tribute bands will become completely irrelevant after a few more years. You know, I mean, most of us will be too old to stand up and shake our bones. You know, to a Dead tribute band pretty soon. And
it's weird that like Stairway to Heaven is still relevant on Spotify. It's like still up on the top. You know, Zeppelin's up there.
Well, yeah, the Zeppelin catalog, yeah, it's still very popular.
I met this 23-year-old kid who mentioned Zeppelin, like last weekend. Oh, really? So that's cool.
Yeah, Pink Floyd. I see younger people. I don't know. They wear it for the sense of irony, but they'll wear things like Pink Floyd T-shirts and Zeppelin T-shirts. And
I've been watching this
AC/DC.
on YouTube. There's this guy. He calls himself Gen X producer, right? So he's a young guy, and he does more than just Beatle albums. But I was listening to he's never heard the Beatles, right? He's a music producer, and his parents didn't listen to the Beatles, but his grandparents listened to the Beatles. So he's heard snippets of Beatle music through his life, but he never really listened. And he's going through the albums like one after the other, and he's just like blown away. And it's really funny to watch. Like it's fun to watch this young guy.
The Beatles, yeah.
And he did it with the Beatles. He does it with other bands, the Doors, bands like that. And
it's really hard to imagine, the Beatles not being known to. It's so much a part of our culture. I can't imagine young people not being exposed. I mean, my daughter went through a phase where she liked the Beatles and she had, all the.
Yeah, I think. Do you see these reactionary videos?
Yep, I was just going to say that. Yeah, me listening to Stairway to Heaven for the first time, just like raw. Like,
you gotta wonder if some of those are real or not.
Oh yeah, of course they are. Like there's one like Barbara O'Reilly. I caught that one a couple of days ago. It was a drummer, this girl drummer, and she says, "I've heard about this, so I'm gonna fucking and Keith Moon." Well, she was like, "Yeah, that was a good one."
Yep. Sometimes there's like classical musicians that are listening to these, like Jethro Tull for the first time, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
It's
it's good.
interesting.
I like those.
Oh, that flautist who was talking
Yeah,
to she couldn't figure out how he did
yeah,
certain things. He
yeah.
was a classical performing flautist. Yeah. He wasn't the original flautist for that band. Martin Barr was.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think so, yeah. And he just kind of picked it up because Martin wanted to play the guitar or something like
Yeah.
that. So
Interesting.
he kind of learned. It is
Mhm.
very, sorry to sidetrack you, but yeah, I mean, people to be turned on. It's like classical music in the same sense. Some of the stuff is so good,
Mhm.
it'll like stand the test of time, only to be rediscovered by people who have an appreciation for music. And then,
I remember at one time I went to a Baroque concert in it's probably in my 30s, and it was at this little church, and like
they
I've
had
heard,
money problems back then.
yeah,
I'm
good
sorry.
one.
I'm sorry.
I've
That was a
heard Baroque
stupid joke.
music, but it didn't
Always.
really do anything. Didn't do anything to me for me. And then I saw like like a quintet or something like a Baroque quintet live at this little church, and it blew me away. It was really wild. I like to see that music live because like recorded, it sounds so sterile to me. But when you see it live, it's a different story. I can't find the name of that band, but you'd know them if I heard it. If I think of it, it's just like if you can't afford to see the Dead, there's this other band kind of thing. Or if the Dead's not
Sure.
around, there's this other band, and they've been around since we were kids, and I just can't remember their name.
Hey, have you ever been to Toads?
No,
No? They're like fucking dangerous, man. It's like this wicked steep hill. It's all rocks, right?
yeah.
It's like ledge, and they just throw hay over it.
Huh.
Yeah, it
What is it?
looks harmless when you get there.
What is it?
Oh, I talking about up in Barville,
Yeah, Toads.
Toads.
That
Yeah,
that costs
wasn't
every
it
year.
someone's farm?
Yeah,
Toad Fest.
yeah.
Oh, I see.
Oh, it's a fest. Okay.
That was free. You're talking
You just
about,
trust me?
you had to
Over
risk your
steep.
life, but music, man. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I never heard of that one. Huh.
Yeah, local bands would play that.
On our
You
farm, yeah.
get your coyotes and the other halves and what have yous, and
We may have
they
played that
play
one
up there.
because I remember, I don't remember what you were describing, Dave, but I remember like
Yeah,
being at,
The
like
band
in
never
Burlington.
saw that. That was where we were, right?
Yeah.
The stage was down at the bottom of this hill, and
Okay.
it was pretty flat and safe down there. It's just
Hmm.
just a hill.
I mean, I would imagine you guys would have because you were around at that time.
Yeah, we may have. I remember playing some farms and stuff out there, but it could have been.
Well, it's a
I remember-
farm with a stage. I mean, it was a permanent thing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Well, eventually we had a stage, right? At first, it was just pallets, wasn't it? Or I don't know. Who knows? My memory
Well, Toads.
is back in the old days.
I don't know. It looked like a solid thing, and they had like a place for beer. They had like that another place, like an out, sort of like a bar. It's made out of wood, though. It was all made out of wood and poles and whatnot.
Does Johnny's Clam Spa still exist?
Places maybe.
Hmm.
I got you know how it goes, like the road turns into two going back to Chepachet
Yeah.
from there. Just further down by the high school, I picked up a tailgater, right?
Hmm.
So, I what the fuck, right? So I go over, and you don't pass me that whole hill, right?
Hmm.
So I go back out, still on my fucking ass, brights. Well, what the fuck is this guy's problem, right? So anyway, it went on so long I forgot he was there, right? So you get to just as you get when it turns to one lane at Chepachet, just about as you're approaching it. I guess I went up to like 55 instead of doing 50, and then the lights come on. I go, oh, fuck, that's a cop, right? So I pull over, right? There's a bright on. I got my hands on the fucking wheel, right? And I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm fucking waiting. All of a sudden, this guy comes out of the woods, like from here. I go, whoa, what the fuck? And he comes
Whoa.
around. He's agitated. He's yelling at me, and then he says, "Why did I speed up?" That was one of the questions. I didn't know you were a cop, and then like that seemed to diffuse it or something, right?
Yeah.
I didn't say the rest. I just thought you were a prick.
You didn't realize how tailgating you for miles wasn't intimidating, and you wanted to get away from that shit.
I didn't talk no more. He let me go, and I left. I got a good story too, though. I was going down there like 2, 3 in the morning, right, and my exhaust dropped out. My tailpipe, like my exhaust dropped, right, but it wouldn't come off. The whole thing, and it's dragging, and there's sparks, right. And I'm going, oh, I just want to get home. I wish it would fall off, but it wouldn't fall off. And the cop stopped me, and I said, "Oh, I'm so close, almost that same spot, almost to Chepachet, right?" And he says, "How far you got to go?" And I told him, I think I lied. I said, "Oh, just," and he said, "All right, go," and yeah, he let me go. So I think it was a different guy.
Yeah.
But they all had to check me out because I went down that road in the middle of the night all the time, and I guess. I don't know, because it's a bottleneck down there. All roads lead to that one little strip where the stadies are. So it's like they're just waiting for you to drive by so they can put a net on you.
It was last spring. I was heading south on 16, and I had to get on 95 south. I was going to do my taxes, right? I was going to meet the tax guy at this place. So there's like a 2-lane exit onto 95, and on 95 it's like 4 lanes going 100 miles an hour, and I'm in the outside of the 2 lanes, and it's a long ramp onto 95. It's a long merge.
Yeah.
And it's night, it's dark, it's like early spring, it's like March, dark, rainy, roads are terrible, fog. This guy gets right on my ass, right? And He could go around me, if he wanted to, but he doesn't, right? And so I'm going the speed limit, but I'm not getting over so he can go by me. I'm just staying in my lane. It was dangerous to change lanes, And you're merging onto 95. I figure we get on 95, he'll be able to get around me, Just gotta be patient, right? So I didn't, I gave him a little bit of tail light because it was raining. It wasn't like to aggravate him. It was just like, hey, if I have to stop short, you're gonna hit me,
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And so finally we get onto 95. We're merging onto 95, and sure enough, he pulls outside of me, and he gets up beside me, and I see him slowing down. So he's riding along with me. So I went like this. Right? As soon as I did that, he hits the lights. Boom. Gate cop. And there's no place to pull over, right? It's 95, right? I know there's an exit coming up, so I slow down, get over, get off the exit. He gets out at me. He gets out and he comes over, and he says, he starts telling me, he goes, you need to pull over right away. I said, it was 95. It was rain. There's no place to pull over. He goes, the lights are on. You need to pull over. I'm driving a Prius, right? He goes, we don't know if you're going to run or not. I'm like, I'm driving a Prius. And he goes, and then you flipped me off. And I said, yeah, sorry, I didn't know it was you.
Yeah, right?
And then he was fine after that. He just gave me a warning. But
that's kind of like what I said. So what I said, I didn't know you were a cop.
Yeah, I didn't know it was you.
I saw the floor. And I'm like, oh, I thought you know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah. All that time, he thinks what his trip is.
As soon as I flipped him off, he hit that one.
I like that.
I went, and he went, and I just flipped off a Stady.
What's a Prius?
Prius, yeah.
And he's afraid I'm going to run.
I don't know. What's he driving?
They drive. What do they drive? Like he had one of those big SUVs,
Yeah, but they're driven all day long, and they spend a lot of time idling.
His experience of driving on a wet road at night is completely different than being in a Prius.
Oh yeah. To them, it's no problem. It's like a sunny day in that thing.
Yeah.
I know. I wasn't an Explorer once. They rented one. Like we had it for 2 days. It was a rental, and that was like a giant couch going down the road. That's what it felt like. It felt like I was in a fucking living room. I'm above everybody, and I'm not afraid of nothing. No. No shit. That was a weird feeling, And then sometimes you see like little women in there, and they'll kill you. They will, and those things will allow her to. Oh, and if it was electric, those batteries that turns it into almost like a tank, right? They won't even flip. It's so heavy on the bottom, and they will destroy a regular car, crush it into like Quint in a beer can. Don't get me
Yep.
started.
Don't get you started.
What you got? George's got
Got
toys.
this
Oh,
last year for
Quint?
Christmas.
No shit.
No.
Yeah,
Oh, that's the
yeah.
shit.
I showed you this
That's
last
beautiful.
year. When
Yeah,
got
and I
it.
forgot. Now I'm
Oh.
remembering again. Oh, he's got the harpoon and everything. We should
Oh,
we
it's
should
got
take it
everything. It's
out.
got-
We should
got a-
play with it.
Narragansett beer can too.
Open it up.
Oh, look at that! It's got two Narragansett beer cans, one crushed
Ah,
and one uncrushed.
Nice. Those were the days. That's a toy.
Uh,
It's a man with
and it's a
beer.
toy.
that was a great. That was a
Action
great movie.
beer. Quint, he comes with action beer.
Action
That was a
beer
great
with
movie.
can crushing action.
With can crushing grip.
That was a great movie. It had one flaw though. That it just sort of
Only
mitigated.
one.
Well, one major one. Like it was a great horror movie, with this, real threat and everything. You could mitigate the whole danger by just staying out of the water.
Yeah, the later ones were definitely that way. The Revenge,
Just stay out of the water. The movie's over.
Yeah, yeah. no problem. Fish don't fly.
It was a good, character-driven movie. I think that's what made it best. Was the characters interact,
Yeah,
whatnot,
it was the script.
and you can almost forgive that goofy animatronic shark that they use. But
I don't know, man. That
if it
worked.
wasn't for the characters really made those actors really made that.
You guys ever see The Perfect Storm?
Yeah, read the book too.
That's
Yeah.
good movie. Yeah, some good characters in that movie.
I like that. Author.
Aki Mock and the Funky Bunch, Vietnamese shop owner beaten bastard. Yeah, it was. There was Charles Riley and who was that other guy? You always see him. He's a character actor. He's in like 100 movies, but I can never remember his name.
Right.
Played.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah, it was good.
That last wave. That wasn't
Yep.
in the book. That's only just guessed at. The book is mostly about the modifications that the owner made to the boat to make it unsafe. Like there was like extra fuel tanks in the wrong place, like up on deck. Like
Wow.
it would be fine, but like this particular, it would have been all right but they didn't anticipate a perfect storm. But they build ships to be able to kind of survive a perfect storm. But this one had been modified a lot, and probably in all the wrong ways, So that's what the book was about. I was younger. Guy wrote Tribe and Restrepo, that documentary. That was his first book.
he was
I read
on-
that book, and then he did all this other wild shit. It was it's almost like
If-
his lesser work, The Perfect Storm, compared to what he did later. Just
Is it true? Like, if I remember correctly, the author he was on the boat of like sort of like the Mastria Tonia. What's that female actress's boat? Kind of like he was on another boat, and he had witnessed, vicariously through the radio, the drama that was going on with that other boat. during the
maybe I don't
storm.
remember that. I don't remember. I know he knew a lot about it, and he had done a lot of research. But that might have been part of it. But I read that book a billion years ago, and the movie too. I hadn't thought about it in a while. And I like Tribe. That one I read more than once. His. It's not very long though. It's really good though.
It is good. Resources. That's what makes a nation. The ability to. Oh, anyway, that's a different one. Sorry, different Tribe book that I read. Anyway, But anyway,
So
what are y'all doing this weekend?
I'm gonna work tonight. Gonna watch football
Yeah.
tomorrow.
so the
All right,
last
so who's
so last week for football?
No, it's the last regular season.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the last weekend.
What do you watch football
So-
on?
I use an antenna.
Oh, okay.
My TV doesn't even. I don't even. My TV doesn't have my Wi-Fi password.
hmm
As far as it's
Real
he
concerned.
lives in a place that could get high def Wi-Fi, like dozens of sources. I can't get any of that out here.
Stream is a pain.
He
in the
lives in
ass.
one of those.
You can. You just have to. You have to put up on a pole, George. There's that
very
YouTuber
tall.
antenna guy, and there's a website to show you where the towers are, where you need to point it and shit. It's just you have to get a certain. There's equipment that you're all right. You could get it if you really wanted it. It's just need a pole. You gotta get it up and above the trees, and you'd be good.
Be a pretty significant thing for me, I think.
How much is your
that.
cable bill?
It's horrible. I want to get rid of it.
Buy a pole. Trade your cable in for a pole, a big long fucking pole, man. Yeah, I mean, there's antenna people will do it for you. I mean, it might even be worth having somebody just do it. Put in a pole, fucking, set it in cement, do all that crazy shit. Target it. That YouTuber I say, the Antenna Man. That's what he's called, the Antenna Man. But he works around New Jersey and those areas. He doesn't cover here, but
Tri-state area.
he
I just
does
wanted to. I want to get a big monitor so that run an HDMI from my laptop so I can watch things.
Oh, yeah.
Watch things. I watch things on a big Apple Mac, like a Mac.
Yeah.
But that's so outdated that it hardly ever works anymore.
HDMI, yeah, to your TV, giant monitor.
Yeah, or just a monitor. Yeah. So, that's what I'm gonna look into that.
Well, the Wally has like 72-inch TVs for like $300.
I don't know anymore. You might want to go check.
Yeah, I don't need anything too big. Just bigger. I don't know.
Well, I can't imagine having these things are enormous. I can't imagine having that even in my house, but
I know.
bigger than my fireplace.
Mine's not crazy big. I don't know how big it is though. 90 something inch. Like it's not the one that
90?
doesn't blow you. I don't know what it is. It's not. It's not small, but it's not like ridiculous either. I can't really describe it. It seems to be just right.
Well, 72 is 6 foot, so 90 would be bigger than 6 foot.
yeah, it's
7.
corner to corner.
Approaching.
I could go measure it. Oh, now I gotta know.
Is it taller than you? I just want a big monitor so I can run stuff from my laptop to the bigger screen.
No, that makes sense. You could do that. Yeah, you can even hook up a DVD player to it.
Yeah,
fun.
that's a cheap way to go
Yeah.
because otherwise you're paying a cable bill and everything.
Oh, I know. I hate it. I see it's unnecessary, but my wife wants it. If
Yeah.
she wants it, then that's how it's going to be, I guess.
It's 32.
32 inch.
No, I don't know shit.
Just think 72.
32.
Think 72. Go ahead and pull that out 72 inches and see that monitor for your.
Oh yeah. All right, hold on. Yeah, good idea. So. This was mine. And
Yeah,
that's, what'd you say? 90?
72.
72? Yeah. That's a big. That's yours? Yeah,
No,
yours is pretty
that's,
big.
they're selling at the Wally. I got a 55. That's
Oh.
it. I don't want to go any bigger than that.
I don't want
55 is big enough, and they're cheap. It's just so anybody can afford them practically.
Mine's
the old
old.
days, it would only be, and it seemed to last a bit too. They
Well,
make them
it
pretty
won't
rugged.
do modern shit, but it'll do antenna. and HDMI. Yeah, that's probably the only two. Yeah, that's probably everything else you probably shouldn't do anyway. Those things look at you. Those are another spy thing. The manufacturers are making that.
Yes, they do. They have the potential to listen.
Oh, they actually do.
Activate the speakers and listen. Some monitors
oh,
have
there's
actual
cameras
in them. Yes, it's insane. The technology is there. You know, they can pirate your phone and turn it on and listen and look at you without even noticing that the phone is on in the first place.
Yeah.
Your computer's as vulnerable, if not more vulnerable, than even your phone. It's just it's almost like, what can you do these days? If they want to snoop at you, they're going to be able to do it.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah, I guess this has an HDMI. I don't know. It's got a bunch of them.
How old is it? Different... Is it Apple?
Oh, this is a Asus.
Oh yeah.
Asus. Yeah, this is a new one. This is less than a year old.
Oh, that's got it. Unless they,
unless
they're because sometimes they stop doing shit. Suddenly.
Oh, this doesn't have a. What this doesn't have, which surprised the heck out of me, is like the keyboard doesn't have a light, doesn't have a backlight. I spent a half an hour trying to figure out how to turn it on, and I realized it doesn't have one.
Oh, the laptop?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine don't either.
Ah.
I got one of these.
Okay. Yeah.
So I always got.
And you can buy a Bluetooth keyboard for your laptop too. That's backlit if you want.
This has got a wire. This is just my wire. Mouse is wireless though. That's nice.
Yeah, so like a big monitor with a HDMI, and then, you know, if you want to watch your Hulu or your Netflix, there it is. You're not paying a monthly.
Well, yeah, they have Roku. A lot of them are sold with like internet service already.
Yeah, but you gotta go online, and then
I don't want that. I just want to. I want to operate it from my laptop, and I just want a bigger screen.
Yeah, it's better.
Simpler, much
simpler.
simpler.
A longer cable. I did it once, but it was weird. Like my laptop screen, like I had both. I had a little laptop right next, and it was like distracting me.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, we're doing it now, but like I said, the Mac is old. You know, it's a desktop, big Mac desktop. You know, but it's old, and you got to go online. Takes forever. You know, it's so outdated. The operating system, you can't update it. You know,
it's a bad time to buy a computer.
I walked into the Apple store. I actually went to a mall during the Christmas shopping season.
Oh, yeah?
I had to kill some time. And I went into an Apple store, and I was looking at their premium TV with the 32-inch monitor. No, not TV, but the computer. And they wanted like 10 grand for the system. And I was thinking, my God, that's a lot of money to spend for freaking... Yeah, you're right. It's a status symbol.
Yeah, that sockets too. They sold out. It's designer shit, man. It's designer technology. That's what that's about. You know, if you can afford it, you ain't. You know, if you can't, well,
you
too bad for
ask.
You. You know, get your aces.
The price.
Get your aces and get out of here.
Head to the Wally, man. You get a better deal. The People Store.
That's where they sell Victory Gin, right?
That's right. Victory Gin.
Yeah, Victory cigarette.
Has like an oily aftertaste.
Yeah. The oily. Yeah. What is it? Yeah, says it all, don't it? Varicose veins.
Yeah.
Ah, Jesus, what a mess.
That movie really captured. I thought
it did. It was bleak.
It was crazy bleak. Who was it?
How cold's it getting down there?
It was like 14 when I went out to warm up my car, or to get in it, actually.
Yep. It's only going to be up in the upper 20s, I think, today, or mid upper 20s down here. How about you? In the North Country up there.
A little colder at night. It's getting into single digits at night. I think last night bottomed out around 9 or 10. Uh, I think it's going to get down to 6 tonight, though. You know,
How are your chickens faring?
they're doing all right. They can get out as soon as they can get out. They go in the sun, and I give them a lot of fat. A lot of, you know, a lot of treats with a lot of fat in it, and they seem to be okay. I thought I lost one the other day. I think I was telling you, right?
Oh,
I came
Yeah.
home. I came home. It was like 3:30. It gets dark at 4:15, and I could not find her anywhere. It turned out right before dark, we found her upstairs in the garage. She had gone up this. We have this upstairs loft. She had climbed up the stairs, and she was looking at a dead squirrel up there.
Okay. Well, they'll eat those too. They'll.
Yeah, but this was like right before. I mean, it was going to be single digits, and she wouldn't have survived up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, they need each other to stay warm. So luckily, we found her like right before dark.
almost done, buddy.
All right,
Like
man.
and follow. Leave a comment if you dare. We might even get back to you. Peace, love, and understanding, eh?
Yeah, if you made it this far, definitely subscribe. I mean, God.